Hello everyone, I am Sarita Sharma from School of Education, RMT University, Mandi Govindkar. I am here to deliver a lecture on the theme Introduction to Commerce. Now we start. What is commerce? Commerce. First we discuss what is commerce. Commerce means buying and selling of goods from the place of their origin and sent it to ultimate consumer. So, if we discuss about the commerce, commerce tries to satisfy increasing human wants. As we know very well, human wants always be unlimited and the resources we have are very limited. And with the help of the commerce, we just try to satisfy the human wants with limited resources. So, commerce, if we discuss about the commerce links manufacturers and customers because its work start from the manufacturing the things. First, we manufacturing the things, and its end point is when these things send it into the ultimate consumer. So, commerce increases wealth and the national income. Of course, with the help of the commerce, we increases our wealth, our country, and the national income. Because when we produce the things, these things are not only produced for our country, it also to be circulated to the other countries in the form of other trades. So, commerce encourages international trade. Yeah, with the help of the international trade, the other countries' currencies come in our country also. So, when we proper use of all the things, right, we produce the things in a proper manner, and we when we produce the things in a proper manner and ultimately send it to the consumer of our country, and when our country's consumers needs are fulfilled, after then the surplus things which we have, we just to send it to the other countries, and with the help of the such trade we also earn the currency of other countries, and we establish a very good relation with other countries, other states also. So, commerce encourages international trade also. Commerce helps during emergencies. During a lot of emergencies, we feel, right, because our needs are unlimited, but we have resources limited. So with the help of the commerce, we come to know how we fulfilled our needs with limited resources, how we produce more and more with limited resources, and when we have the tendency to fulfill the unlimited wants with limited resources, then definitely we faces every type of the emergencies in our country we easily face. So now we discuss the main concerns in commerce. First, if we discuss about the commerce, then finding out challenges in the commerce education sector. No doubt today commerce value in every field, right, and in education sector it works more, right. Students have done mbas and other finance courses, a lot of things in education sector, and when they have learned a lot of things regarding the commerce through the education way, then definitely they all give more and more जो contribution to the society with the help of only and only education. So the challenges today's scenario is so fast, and in fast scenario, if we want to face the lot of challenges, how we face these challenges, and to face these challenges with the help of the education sector, right, we come out from the drawbacks whenever we feel. So it helpful also to face the challenges. If any type of the crisis face the society, if any time market down, Then at that time, the challenges we faced, how we balanced our market, and with the help of the commerce, we solved this problem very easily. So, identifying future trends in commerce education, it also helpful कि which type of the future trends today we know different type of the trends prevail in the society, and with the help of the education we all trends faced, and we all trends various type of the knowledge we provide to the students with the help of the commerce education. So fighting challenging or challenges in commerce education by promoting its importance in business and finance. Of course, with the help of the commerce, we promote business. You have taken a good sense how to run a business in an efficient manner, how you earn proper profits, how you face the challenges of the society, how you balance the market in the time of the crisis. So all such challenges we easily faced, right, with the help of the commerce, and it's helpful, its importance in business as well as finance. Now if we discuss commerce, actually commerce refers to elaborate and conscious process of buying and selling either product or services. Commerce includes the buying and the selling of products or services along with the exchange of monetary compensation. Yeah, because commerce always we start from the first point is manufacture, and it ends with when we actually hand over the things to the consumer. So buying and selling of the goods from the place of their origin and sent it to the ultimate consumer. So commerce includes the buying and the selling of products or the services along with exchange of monetary compensation. And if we more elaborate the meaning of the commerce, then we also take the example of the commerce is a trade between two countries. Of course, an example of the commerce is social or the intellectual exchanges amongst a group of friends when done on a large scale. Yeah, it's not only limited to our boundaries of the country. When we have the surplus products, when we produce surplus things, when definitely we done on a large scale between cities, states and countries and trade. So commerce is the conduct of trade among the economic agents. Generally, a commerce refers to the exchange of goods, services or something of value. Of course, no doubt it's the exchange of goods and services, but something of value, buying and taking, but the something of the value between businesses or entities. So if we discuss the meaning of the commerce in a very broad perspective, nations are concerned with managing commerce in a way that enables the well-being of the citizens by providing jobs, producing beneficial goods and services. Yeah, if we produce more and more things in our country, right? Yeah, if we discuss the meaning of the commerce in a very broad perspective manner, then nations are concerned with managing commerce in a way that enhances the well-being of the society, and it enhances the well-being of the in society. That means it provides more and more job opportunities, more employment to the society. If the more and more people employed, and if it helpful to how we raise unemployment from our society. So it helpful to provide jobs, producing beneficial goods and the services to the society. A very effective definition given by the Paul Hawken. Commerce refers to all the activities around the exchange of goods or services for something of value, like currency, in bartering societies, other goods, including the process of getting those goods from the manufacturer to customer and everything in between. Yeah, it's a process. It's a process. It starts from the producer and end it with the ultimate consumer. So, but no doubt it's the buying and selling of the goods, but it has something of value like currency or other goods and everything in between. If we discuss the why the commerce is so much important, and if we discuss the commerce tries to satisfy increasing human wants, no doubt commerce always try to satisfy the human wants, because all we know our wants are unlimited and resources are very scarce in our society. And if resources are very scarce, then how we fulfill our wants? And if we want, because if we discuss the wants, classified the wants, first is basic wants and second one is your secondary wants. Commerce has made distribution and movement of goods possible from one part of the country to the other. Today we can buy anything produced anywhere in the world. This has turned enabled man to satisfy his innumerable wants and thereby promoting social welfare. Today, if you want anything, you can buy from anywhere, no restriction. So it only possible through the commerce, because it always tries to satisfy increasing human wants with the scarce sources, because with the help of the country we are not only limited to our country, but now it has very broad perspective in the country. We also done trade between our countries, other countries. And if we discuss, commerce helps to increase the standard of living. If we discuss how we increase the standard of living, then first we just discuss standard of living. And standard of living always be the quality of life enjoyed by the member of the society. And if we discuss how a society member enjoy, and when man consumes more products, his standard of living improves. To consume a variety of goods, he must be able to secure them first. Commerce help us to get what we want at the right time. Of course, with the help of the commerce, we come to know at what time, at the right place, and the right price, and thus helps in the improving our standard of living. So it's very, very important aspect of the commerce, because it helps to improve the quality of life enjoyed by the member of the society. It helpful how we increase the standard of living of the society. Commerce links producers and consumers. If we discuss the producer is meant for ultimate consumption. Yeah, producer produce the things and ultimately sent it to the consumer. So commerce make possible to link producers and the consumer through the retailers and the wholesalers. As we know, Retailer buy things in a very small quantity and the wholesaler buy things in a bigger quantity. So both the possible things are here. If you want to go for retailers, then you can easily approach retailers, and if you want to buy a bulk quantity of things, then you go for wholesalers. So also through the aids of trade, but all such things performed in an efficient manner with the help of aids to trade. Consumer get information about different goods through advertisements, salesmanship. As we know, today's era full of advertisements, and with the help of the advertisement we come to know the things around us. So the manufacturers are regularly informed about the likes and the dislikes of the consumers through the marketing research. And marketing research information we have taken from different types of the advertisement from the social media. And social media play a very important role in buying and selling of the goods, and we come to know the variety of the things with the help of the such advertisements, and easily approach such things through the such medias. Thus commerce creates contact with the centers of the production and the consumptions and links them. And if we more discuss about the commerce, then it generates employment opportunities. The growth of the commerce, industry and the trade bring about the growth of the agencies of the trade such as banking, transport. If you want to be more funds, then you go for banks. Transport, send the goods from the one place to another. You need transport. Warehousing, where you kept your things, you need warehouse. Advertisement, how you advertise your things. With the help of the advertisements, people come to know about your products. So these agencies need people to look after their functioning. Increase in production results. Of course, when the production results increase, it increase your demand, and when your demand increase, it means you supply more, and when you supply more means you employ more people, so further results in boosting employment. So commerce always be helpful to boosting employment. Thus, the development of the commerce generates more and more employment opportunities for the millions of the people in the country. And if we discuss the different categories or the how we classify the commerce, and it we classified into basic two major parts. One is your trades and second one your auxiliaries to trade. Trade go for internal trade. And if we discuss about the internal trade, it comes under wholesale trade, retail trade, import, export and entrepot. And if we discuss auxiliary to trade, then we go for external trade and all other activities like transportation, banking, insurance, advertisement and the communication. First, trade. The main objective of the trade is to make goods available to those persons who needs them and are willing to pay for them. So, trader is a person who is exchanged in trade. And if we go for trade, it also categorized in further two categories. One is your internal and one other is your external. Internal trade we discussed. Internal trade, when the trade done within the boundaries of our country, it is internal. And when this trade is not within our countries, right, outside the countries, that is your external trade. So trade takes place within the boundaries of the country. It's internal trade. And for example, domestic trade, yeah, domestic trade, and easily you buying and selling of the goods from anywhere within your country. It is your internal trade. And if we go for the external, and when we buying and selling of the goods take place across the national boundaries of the different countries, right? And it's the external trade. It's also we come to know foreign trade or international trade. Other one is your retail, as a picture showing. It's a small shopkeeper shop, and consumers came here and buy things in a very small quantity as a requirement of any consumer. So it's a retail trade. Aids to trade. Aids to trade, those auxiliary services that make it easy to carry outside trade or out trade. These include but not limited to insurance, advertising, warehousing, transportations, and banking. These support services serve as a leverage to business and help it competitiveness. And other is your transportation. Yeah, it's a very important part of commerce. With the help of the transportation, it's a media which moves man and materials from one place to another, and it is called transport. And different type of transport we used, like land transport, road, and rail. Furthermore, if we discuss the communication, without communication nothing is possible. So it helps the exchange of information between the producers, consumers, and traders. So communications are often referred to as the augmentative or alternative communications aids, and which we always we consider it as double AC. And banking as an activities involve the acceptance of the deposits and the lending of investments of money. And if you want to raise any type of the funds with the help of the banking, you easily. Bank is an important auxiliary to trade. It's not only provide money for the production of the goods and services, but also facilitate that the exchange between the buyers and the seller. Any type of the currency, if you want to buy anything from the other country, right, and you have to done the payment of that country's payment currency, and you easily such type of the currency have taken from your bank. Insurance as a contact policy in which an insurer identifies another against losses from the specific contingencies of perils. Life, health, and auto are the most common forms of the insurance. And any type of the loss covered, because the producer produce the things, and it's not possible all the things which he or she produce can buy on the spot. Sometimes some things to be kept in the warehouse, and at that time lot of the losses occurred. So insurance is best at that time. If any type of the loss you want to recover, you easily cover from the insurance company. Thank you so much.